What's up guys, Eric, Verus Engineering, and today we are going to be doing a side splitter install on our CTR. So we're going to be finishing off that side of the car, making it look a little bit nicer, as well as improving the aerodynamic function of it by keeping the high pressure above the side splitter and keeping that low pressure on the bottom side. So basically you're going to be improving the aerodynamic forces on the vehicle, primarily in yaw, not so much in a straight line speed or a straight line, but during yaw you'll get that high pressure buildup on the top side, and then that helps keep the car grounded a little bit more. All right, so as far as what's the tools we're going to need today, we're going to need a paint pen to mark the holes. We're going to need a center punch to mark those holes as well so that we can actually drill straight. 3/8 drill bit for the rivet nut. I'd also recommend like an 1/8 inch drill bit to do a starter hole. We're gonna use a 5mm Allen wrench, a 4mm Allen wrench for the button heads, and then a 9/16 for the rivet nut install tool. These go together, and then that'll be to install the actual bolts themselves. First thing, we're gonna jack up one side of the car. I recommend a jack over a lift because lift arms will probably get in your way more than the jack, and it lifts up the full side. So basically, we're just gonna get this all the way up in the air, hold up the side splitter, mark the holes, and then drill some holes. All right, so this is the front of the side splitter. This is the rear. Notice the different cutouts. Anyway, we're gonna line this up, the front of this and the rear of this with the factory side splitter, and then we're also gonna use this to gauge basically that inner location, which we'll kind of show you from below here shortly, and then we're going to mark all those holes. I need you to make sure that it's all the way to the rear. Too far. Keep coming out. Keep coming out a little bit. All right. So basically this slot, we're going to use this center of this slot, that slot, and that allows you to basically move the side splitter in and out a full inch or 25mm. And you're going to want it on the outside so that as you pull it out, it goes to the inner part of the slot. I hope that makes sense. But basically at this point, we've got all the holes marked. We're going to now center punch and drill it. All right, so in the front, that little raised portion that I'm talking about, that's what our side splitter kind of goes in. And you're going to notice that it goes like right against that location. I'm also going to center punch it. All right, and here are the rear parts that I was talking about. So basically you want the slot to kind of just center that right there. And then that's, again, all the way in for our side splitter. And then we're marking those locations. All right, so in those 5 holes that we just drilled, we're going to install some plastic rivet nuts. You can watch that video here, wherever you want. All right, so we're basically installing it with the supplied button head cap screws and a washer, just like so, into the rivet nut. Pretty straightforward in my opinion. The cool part about our side splitters is it gives you an inch of play. Obviously this isn't tight yet, but once I get all these bolts in, we'll start snugging it up. And then we can play with the location of it. And again, it kind of depends on your aesthetic taste as far as how far out you want it. Oh yeah. We are tightening the bolts to roughly 6 foot-pounds. All right, so at this point, side splitters are fully installed. Very simple install overall, not too difficult, simply hand tools. Until next time.